All right, everybody, welcome back to the Rebel War Room, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast. We are finally back with another episode.
We're
Don't even
back.
remember what episode number this is because we've all been on a bit of a hiatus due to just kind of life happening. Me personally, as kind of a teacher, took on a role as a basketball coach for my local high school. So that's taken up a majority of my time. And since the season's rolling to an end, finally able to start talking more about some Star Wars Unlimited. So we are, I think, at the time of this recording, 12 days away from the
12 days
first
exactly.
from the first
Pre-release.
pre-release, which
Pre-release.
We've all signed up for at least one. I know I've signed up for two in the Lexington area for that weekend, and I think we're now that the full set list is spoiled, we're all just ready to get our hands on some cardboard and finally play this game.
We're all the way back,
Yeah,
as
we
they say.
we
We are ready.
we are finally ready to just
Get our grubby hands on this
consumed,
game.
be consumed by
Yes.
this game.
Yeah.
And for future reference, we're going to try to do one episode a week. It will release on Mondays, and we'll do that to the best of our abilities. Let's get it started off with how are we feeling now that the entire 256 or 252?
252.
252, I believe.
252 has been spoiled. How's everybody feeling about it now that we've got the full load?
Yeah, I'm trying to just make sure there's no cards I'm forgetting looking at my phone.
I mean, I think it looks like a great set. I'm happy that they kept
think
it
they
pretty
did a-
much Empire era for the first set. Keeps it simple.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. I've got some hot takes about some stuff like that. But do you feel like they've got? Do you feel like there's any leaders that should have been a leader? Like, did we need an IG-88 leader?
No.
And did you feel like they left off anybody that?
The only one in my mind they could have left off would have been Yoda, but I feel like they're saving a good leader Yoda for like the Clone Wars. So, like, it's
For me-
okay that we didn't get him.
For me, it was Lando as the leader. I feel like they should have.
Yeah.
I don't know. IG-88. I like how they stuck with the Galactic Civil War era with pretty much everything except just a few oddballs for no reason at all.
Looking at
I had a
Mason.
theory on that.
Well, yeah, but Lando got a card, but he didn't get a leader. But I'm fine with it. I mean, honestly, I'm giddy about how they've approached this first set. I feel like this is the perfect way to get into this game. The way they've designed this set, there is a ton of variety that you can build these decks with. I think they've done a fantastic job. All the leaders, there's no two leaders that are similar. There's not a leader that you build a deck and you say, oh well, I could just throw in a different leader and it'll be the exact same deck. Like, all the leaders are unique in their own way. And today, while we're on the topic of leaders, we are actually going to do a leaders draft. Us three, the three most important people in Star Wars Unlimited content, are going to decide the leaders, the best leaders, by drafting them in a 6-round snake draft. And we've already predetermined who goes first. That would be Mr. Dalton gets to go first.
Yeah.
And then Noah, and then me, and then of course it'll snake back around. We'll go for 6 rounds, and this will determine, even though the game's not come out yet, and we've only got to play on TTS, and no organized play has been had, but this will determine what leaders are good and what leaders are bad, in my opinion.
And this will be
This will be
the
gospel.
tier list.
Yeah.
This will be gospel.
This is the
tier
only
list.
list you
This
need.
will be gospel. Yes. And
So
there'll also
Dalton is,
be-
of course, going to take IG-88 first pick.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, 100%.
Hold on, wait, before we start the draft. Wait before we start the draft. There will be a poll on our Twitter, at Rebel War Room. You will be able to decide who wins this draft, who had the best draft.
Is the Twitter
And,
at Rebel
the-
Worm?
I'll check and make sure.
It might.
It may be
Yeah.
Team
It
30.
might be something else.
Just type in Rebel War Room on Twitter. You'll find us. But we'll also put it in the description as well. But the poll, I'll set it up where it'll run through the end of the week. And then next week's episode, we'll decide who is the best at this game, I guess, by drafting these leaders. So, Dalton has the first overall pick. He is on the clock.
Okay.
I'm sitting on the edge of our seats to see who he picks.
I mean, as much as I'm like,
This is 1-1, Dalton. This is the best leader in the game.
This is
You're
it.
deciding
I'm
right
determining.
now.
I determine right now who's the best. I mean,
Yes.
I feel like
Go ahead and take her, though.
I can't take her. I don't know. I wish I
Well,
could.
Noah's going to take her next
Yeah, I
round.
know. But I feel like I got to go Boba Fett here. He has been
It's
performing
surprising.
pretty well, especially when you pair him with his fire spray. Really good. Just
Boba
being
Fett
able to
off the board, 1-1.
being able to ramp, like effectively
He is
ramp.
he is incredible.
Yeah, is pretty good. He's
Every time I've built he's probably going to be. It's between a couple for me, but I think
Yeah.
Boba will probably be the one that I focus in on. You're able to do so much if you can get the Jabba set up
and the boss,
where you can just
and then
and
you
the
just
boss and the fire spray, and you can
run out
control the board.
events.
I actually like the mono yellow version
Mono yellow.
quite a bit.
The green version's been pretty good lately, just because you can
If you're
ramp and
running
then
green, yeah,
flop
Yeah.
down a Vader.
green villainy, villainies. If you're running villainy, it's pretty hard not to play green,
Yeah,
and is what we're seeing. But Boba Fett off the board, 1-1
yeah.
officially.
He's probably not
Round
the
one,
leader
pick
I'm
one.
gonna build first, but I think he's probably the
he
best.
is-
He's,
he's
probably
definitely
the
the
best.
best.
Yeah,
He's definitely S tier. He's definitely S tier, in my opinion. I think that's actually a pretty good 1-1.
yeah. All right, Noah, I think you're
Now
up
go
next.
ahead. Now go ahead and take the leader that he was supposed
Yeah,
to.
that I was
No,
wanting.
I'm not.
to-
I'm not actually doing that because she, in my mind, is not the second best.
Okay.
The second best is probably Sabine. So I am taking Sabine.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, like I've been kind of theory crafting, which I know other people have been too. Like just a mono red aggression deck with Sabine.
Yes.
Just go fast, kill.
Yes.
And I think the card is called the Freedom Fighters. I think that's the name of the one
It's the
where
Lothal Freedom Fighters, right?
you play a red card and you deal one. Every time you
Is that-
play,
I think it's
Is that the two
partisan.
drop that's a 3/3? Or no, that's the partisan guys. There's another one that's a 2-drop 3/3
Fighters
that
for
does something.
Fighters for Freedom. It has
That's it.
Saboteur, and whenever you play a red card, you get to ping one to their base. And it's a 3/4 for 3.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous card. And
She's
in my
gonna be
opinion, red hero is the best color combination in the game so far. So far.
Disagree strong.
Nah,
So,
have you
Sabine
seen?
is off
Have
the
you
board.
seen Green Villainy?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if I kill you before you can play your Vader.
Listen, I disagree totally. Anyway, so I get 2 picks back to back right here.
Oh, Snake Draft.
Yeah.
It is a snake. I said it was a
Okay.
snake
I
draft.
think I know what two I'd pick.
Oh, I know the two
I
I'm
know.
gonna pick, but man, I think I'm gonna take, in my opinion, Well, for the first round 1, pick 3, I'm gonna pick Leia.
That was to be expected.
Yeah.
Avid Leia lover here.
When she first come out, I promised myself that I would probably play Leia just because I liked the artwork, and then it turned out that she was actually good. So I'm gonna pick her round 1, pick 3, and then round 2, pick 1. I'm gonna pick Iden just because. And here is my reasoning behind it. When you see a new standard or a new game come out, the thing that always moves to the forefront of the meta is just aggro decks. Because everybody's going to try to get fancy. Everybody's going to find these big combos. But at the end of the day, when you see these, especially like when Destiny first come out, the reason why Vader Tusken Raider was so good when the game first came out is because it just
You're
killed
just gonna
everything.
roll melee.
You just killed everything.
Yeah.
And like, when Magic releases a new set, Mono Red Aggro just comes in and kills everything. When Pokemon comes out with a new set, it's all card games like that. So, and I really like the Iden deck. I know that Dalton and you have been working on that Iden deck. I hadn't really paid attention to Iden until I played against it a few nights ago. But the more and more I play it, it's just it does it all, really. You stay on the board longer. You can pair her with green, which I think is the best pairing for her. And you get all the green villainy shenanigans. And then you also get blue villainy stuff, which is
Blue is a solid color.
Yeah. Is extremely good. So I think I've got 2 steals here at the end of the first round and first of the second. So Noah, who you take in round 2, pick 2?
Round 2, pick 2. This one was hard for me because I love both of these leaders, but one's a little bit more near and dear to my heart, and that is Luke. It was between him and Chirrut.
First starter set off the board. Don't tip picks now. Don't tip picks.
I'm just telling my thought process here of what I think.
I agree with you both.
Dalton's probably going to take Palpatine.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Anyway, quit tipping picks, boys. We're getting out of hand. Talk about Luke. Let's talk about Luke.
Why are you picking
Talk
Luke?
about
Why?
What color are you pairing him with?
Red hero, the best color combination again. So number one, being able to give shields are actually very, very
Shields are
valuable
extremely
in this
good
game.
in this game.
Yeah.
The more and more I've played with Luke, the more and more I'm like,
There's going to be
that
a
shield is
lot
very
of
nice.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of
Especially
saboteuring inside boards.
put it on Kanan, put it on Sabine,
Yep.
put it on the big Luke.
Yep.
And then not just that, some of the best plays I've had so far whenever playing my red Luke deck has been putting the Jedi lightsaber on him. Not, I haven't even tried out Luke's lightsaber in full yet. Just the Jedi lightsaber itself of giving something -2/-2 and just being able to swing into it is game changing because it could keep Luke from dying essentially. And then also you got other targets with Jedi lightsaber. So like Luke just allows you to have more targets and then just hand out shields like it's candy.
Yeah. The only thing that, and what I've found, and it's pretty much my opinion with all the leaders like this, I despise paying for their actions. I hate it. It makes me so mad to pay for their actions. It's like Leia and Iden that does stuff for free. It just paying that one and it ain't that big of a deal. I think Luke is going to be a very good leader. I think these are like 2 of the best starter deck things you get in a starter deck in any game I've ever seen. Just right out of the box, you can buy them and you get 2 good leaders that are probably going to be competitive for a long time. I just hate paying the action cost. I despise it. Like early game, it feels terrible. Late game, it feels terrible. It just feels terrible. Now, when you flip him,
he's great.
He's incredible.
Really good, yeah.
He's incredible. And also really like the characters that have 5 resources to flip. The 6.
Well,
I don't know.
Well,
Luke flips on 6.
Luke flips for 6.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like him as much as.
Okay,
everybody else.
you're saying that's why you
Iden
take somebody else.
Iden is also 6. Also, almost all of them are 6 except Sabine and Boba.
There's a couple 5 in there.
Yeah, there's a couple 5, but anyway, yeah, Luke, I have no problem taking him right there. That's I feel like that's almost exactly where he deserves to be. I think he is a round 2 pick.
Yeah.
So Dalton, to finish off the second round, who are you taking?
I think I gotta go with my boy, the Emperor himself, Palpatine.
Dog, I can't believe it. Well, you get 2 picks. So
Yeah. Who would you?
Tell us why you like Palpatine.
Yeah.
No, before you make your next pick, tell us why you like Palpatine.
Honestly, like his leader side isn't the best. Like, I'm gonna
It's
be real
terrible.
with you. He's okay. Like, it's good for
terrible.
It's good for the super laser technician, Mahdi.
That's it.
Those 2 are it.
No, Mahdi doesn't even feel that good.
Yeah, it does. If you have like another big boy, like a Relentless or a Vader, readying up, feels good. But
I don't know. I just hate him. He cost 8.
But
I hate everything about
when he
him.
flips is when I like him, because you get to steal a unit. Stealing a unit's really good. I know I was playing a game against Noah, I think, and I stole like a Kanan that had like
That
some
had a shield on it.
Yeah, and I think had a couple experience counters on it too, or something, and was So you can get some really good value out of that.
So you steal it indefinitely.
Yeah,
It's yours.
yeah, which is really good and it doesn't have like a resource restriction like the Traitorous upgrade where it has to be 3 or less. So here you can take
or change a heart where you give it back at the end of the
yeah.
time.
And then the
I do
flip.
like drawing cards.
Yeah, drawing cards in this game is good, and
Extremely good.
dealing damage is good. That's how you win. And then flipping, I think the main thing
Well, you're dealing damage to
to
your own
you,
units.
yeah. Well, no, you
I
kill
don't
your
know.
own unit, but then deal a damage to an enemy unit, too, and draw a card.
He is command, so
Yeah,
command
you're gonna
ability,
ramp
so-
into him,
Yeah.
but
I don't know, man.
the flip, the unit I like because the 10 health, like, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
He's gonna stick around a couple rounds. He's gonna get a couple attacks in to sacrifice whatever units. Or
What if
hopefully you have the moddies out.
Oh, it's a
and you can kind
non-later.
of
So say, what if it's the Palp mirror and he steals your Palp?
No, you can't. Unfortunately, but you can steal their super laser technician, and then kill it,
And then it becomes yours.
and then it's your resource. So you ramp,
That's
and,
not
you know, for whenever you need to get to like 10 resources
if
or
they're
something.
if somebody's dumb enough to play into that, then man.
Watch us do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
Oh
I
yeah.
guarantee it.
But
All right, so Palpatine, I don't know.
yeah,
I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna put Palpatine in
Fair
my
enough.
wait and see category.
yeah, he might not be
He's gonna be good.
the
I'm
right
sure
pick
he's gonna
there,
be good.
but I just like him.
But just early game, I feel like you're just gonna get in a bind.
Oh yeah, it's not the greatest against Sabine, so you know.
Like we said earlier, like we established, the aggro decks are going to be
Aggro's
in
gonna
full
be good.
force
Yeah.
right off the bat.
But
Now,
Boba kind
Palpatine-
of keeps aggro
now-
in check too.
That's true. But Palpatine 3 sets from now or 2 sets, a couple of sets from now, I don't know if they're going to do a standard rotation or not. They haven't. Have they said if they're doing a standard rotation?
I don't know if there's been anything 100% confirmed, but I think it's more than likely.
Well, anyway, Palpatine when he gets a little bit more gas or the game slows down.
There needs to be some
We'll
more
see.
win defeated boys. That's the main thing. Is he's just got pretty much
Yes.
the super laser
Yes.
technician and Madi right now.
Yes.
So he needs some more
Yes.
there.
There's a couple. I mean, you got that one that deals or gives
Gives them
shield tokens, and you got
experience.
you get experience tokens too. So I don't know. I'm putting Palpatine in my wait and see category. I'm sure it'll be good. I personally despise that card, and I'll never play it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
all right, round
it's
3,
green
starting off
villain,
round
you know.
3. Round 3, pick one, Dalton. Here we go.
This is where I think it starts to get a little tough.
It does get tough right here. There's one on the board that you should take right now. I'm looking right at it.
I'm
Actually,
looking
there's
at maybe 2. Yeah, I was about to say. I think we're down to 2 or 3 good ones left. I might have to take Chirrut here.
Yeah.
Flipping on
That's good.
5, pretty good. He pretty much it's almost the same deck as Luke. Like,
Yeah.
that is probably the 2 leaders that are like, well, there ain't a whole lot of difference here. Main thing is you
The
might,
closest.
you might run more upgrades in this or healing.
I would actually say that Chewbacca and Chirrut are closer than Luke and Chirrut, in my opinion. Like how they would play that game. Like, don't you just play big beefy boys in Chirrut and Chewbacca?
No,
Not really. Most
Not
Chirrut
necessarily.
decks,
Isn't
I think, are red, where they'll kind of get some aggro boys out. And
Fair enough. And try to keep them alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
but yeah, I think
I like him a lot.
yeah, I think
Something I probably won't play, but at the same time,
yeah, I don't know
he's
that I'll
good.
ever play him. Just not my
Yeah.
style.
What
really.
does Baze do? Is he good?
He has Sentinel
Hang on,
if
I'll
you
pull it.
have the initiative,
Something.
maybe. And then he
Yikes.
might have grit.
So-
Grit. I think he does have grit.
So Baze costs 4. He's just blue.
Not
He's not
bad,
even
not
hero
bad.
resin.
Not
2/5.
bad. Not
Has
bad.
grit, and whenever
Not
you have
bad.
the initiative, he has Sentinel.
That's not a bad card at all. For
He's
4,
alright.
For 4, he's 2/5 with grit and has Sentinel if he
and you
has
can buff him. And you can buff him with Chirrut
You could.
if you wanted to. Well, you give him
And
more health.
you
but it's
probably
just
start
for this
playing
turn.
the entrenched. Give it +3/+3.
Yeah.
I think that's where this
He's
this
mainly there
card
to take
that
some
card
damage.
finds its home is in the Chirrut deck, just to
Are you
make some
legally
big, beefy
obligated to play
boys.
Baze in a Chirrut deck?
I mean,
You have to. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
just making
requirement. Yeah.
It's a requirement. It says on the back of the card.
Yeah.
I like Chirrut. I think he can be like the mid-rangey type deck that comes out of this.
And he's annoying. He is very
He's
annoying.
super annoying.
That's the main perk.
He's
of him.
extremely annoying. I think he could be like a mid.
You're going to get your value out of him one way or
Yeah.
another.
And he's a
which is-
force unit,
which is good.
which
Yep.
means you get all those force cards.
You get the force stuff too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Force.
which is
But he is considered a force unit,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Just because he's blue. Or no, he's got a
no.
force
That's
tag.
that's
right?
Star Wars Destiny. You're
Sorry. All right.
Mix it
moving
up the
on.
card
Don't
games.
mean to bring up.
It looks like it's sad.
before we cry.
round 3, middle of round 3. No, it's your board. You're on the clock.
Okay, so my other pick was taken. So I'm going to go with just the good old faithful Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Noah has selected both of the starter deck characters.
And I'm okay with that because I
I
have
am
the
too.
promos
Yeah.
for both. From
I
Gen
think they're
Con.
fantastic. I think both of them are fantastic. Vader was going to be my next pick as well.
Yeah.
I love Vader. Honestly, the two that it was between that I'm probably going to play is Vader and Leia.
Yeah.
Because I think Vader does everything that these villainy decks are trying to do. Plus, when he flips and if you can get his saber on him, you just
If you get a saber,
he
you're-
just rakes, man. God, I love him. I love the art too. It's just so good. It's such a good card. And like I think we covered the basis that this is like the best starter decks I've ever seen in a game. That I think both of them are competitive.
Yeah.
It's like man.
And we've seen Force
The
Lightning
seven-
now, so he'll
Yeah,
get the
that's
Force
a
trigger
card.
on that.
That's blue, correct? So
No,
is the
Force
Vader
Lightning
deck's
is
moving?
red.
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 Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I
Makes
think
a lot of sense.
I think you run red or green
What are we
red
doing?
with Vader, and so you just play both Vaders. So you can put the Vader saber.
I think you do play green. I think you have
On-
to play green.
You can put the Vader saber
Just because
on the other Vader too.
Yeah, the little Vader, just because he's green. I can see a world where you do play blue though with him, and like
If you're
Do-
really wanting to control the board,
and
then
make it like a
then yes.
mid range. Yeah, like a mid range. But like, I love him. I think it's a great pick, Noah. So round 3, end of round 3, pick 3. Man, I mean, there is some cards on here. We're getting down to.
I mean, there's
I,
like
I
you
think
have,
there's one that I would.
I was gonna say there's like 3 options maybe now where it's like okay, that's for sure better than the rest of these.
That's pretty good too.
yeah,
I'm between.
I'm gonna
two
take
right now.
one. So I've got 2 picks here. I'm gonna take the first one first, just because it is a better card, but I will never play it just because I don't like the mechanics of it. I'll take Han
Ooh.
right here with my round 3 pick.
That's
I
an
don't really
interesting
even
take.
like it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's the.
That might have been a
That's
weird
not what I
preparation.
think.
Oh, but he said it.
Yeah,
He
no,
said
you
it.
locked in.
No takesy
You locked
backsies.
in, man.
He's just the worst Boba Fett, really.
Yeah.
But in your defense, you do get the Red Hero stuff too, which is pretty good. I don't know. He could see play.
He will see play for sure.
Just because he's on.
Anyway,
Solo.
moving on. Han Solo round 3, pick 3. I had 2 picks. I had 1 to burn. It's like taking a running back in the 3rd round. All right, round 4, pick 1. Taking Hera.
Oh.
Hera, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa,
Now we're
this is
getting.
what-
Now.
Hera.
Now this
Come
is
on.
where Chase's
Give me
picks
a
have
minute,
gone
give me a
down
minute.
fast.
My draft just fell apart. Listen to me. This is why I picked Hera. It'll probably be the deck that I end up playing at all of these. I'm gonna try
Just because it's fun.
It's
my
Phoenix. It's
hardest.
cool.
to make Spectres work.
I'm still disappointed
Me
we
and
didn't get a
Dalton-
Phantom card.
Me and Dalton played 6 games in the garage against his Iden deck, and I won 1 of them. And I was like, "We figured it out. We got it." And it was just if you don't get Sabine set up like very fast and get the Spectres rolling, if you can get all the Spectres rolling, the deck is great.
Yeah.
And better yet, get Ghost going.
Yeah.
But-
Ghost is what kind of
I can't
allows
lie
it
to
to stick
myself.
around.
I can't lie to myself. I am who I am. Hera will probably be the one that I will play. So that's why I'm going to take her in round 4. Probably could have got her in round 5. But to be honest with you, I don't like anybody else. I'm going to take Hera just because I like her, and I'm going to make. It'll probably be the deck that I play. That's my
Yeah.
justification.
I'm surprised
I
we
wanted-
didn't see
I
a
wanted-
Hera unit too.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of disappointed in
Yeah.
that too. Which it might come. And me and Dalton was also talking, like, I don't know, the next set looks like it's gonna be Mandalorian stuff, right?
Like
Yeah.
just post Galactic Civil War.
So
era.
we may get Ahsoka as a Spectre, maybe?
Potentially.
Could be. Potentially. We could get a different Sabine card. You know what I
Get
mean?
another Sabine.
I doubt
yeah.
they'll do that. I doubt they'll do that back to back, but Ahsoka's a very real possibility.
And Ahsoka's
coming.
still a new show, so the timeline might
Yeah,
not
so-
fit there.
Well, anyway.
No,
but-
well, by that point, it just matters how far in development they would have had these cards.
I
Yeah.
have lost this draft. Man. I feel like- why
But
did I take
anyway,
Hawk?
I don't know why you picked on.
see, so here's the thing. I could go with the for sure like consistent one that people have been trying, and is for sure good or at least decent. Or I could take the spicy pick right now. I think I'm going to take the spicy pick.
We just had 2 spicy pigs, bro.
You got to keep the spice
We
going.
was going to think we're full. We've ruined our
I am
credibility.
taking the Grand Inquisitor.
Oh,
Grand Inquisitor off
Okay.
the board.
why? Like
Um,
what's
I like
your
that.
So
what's your
here's
thoughts
here's the
behind this
potential.
deck?
Okay, here's the thing, the ability to ready something up is still very powerful. No matter
Very
if
powerful.
if it has to have what three
3 power or less.
power. Yeah, the power is the main thing. 3 power or less. Because if you get some good on attack abilities going,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty scary. And
You
also,
also get some grit going.
yeah,
Or
and then
raid.
also you have
Would
Raid,
how would
that's
raid?
raid.
Yeah,
Raid. Well,
Yeah.
see, raid is based off of while it's attacking.
yeah. So it can attack. Yeah.
With
You
0
you
power.
also have access to the Fallen Lightsaber with him, which is
Fallen
such a
Lightsaber's
good
really
card.
good.
Great card.
And actually, the other 2 Inquisitors in the set are actually very good cards. Also, it's just that they're outclassed by other cards in other colors. Is the main problem right now.
And you get like force throw, force lightning.
You still
to
get all
where
the
you
good
can-
red stuff.
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't that spicy of a pick. I think actually in the middle of the 4th round is the perfect place for the Grand Inquisitor to go. Oh, I see who I should have picked. I'm a fool.
There's a couple you
Yeah.
should have picked over.
Yeah, no,
I'm like not gonna lie here.
No, I'm rolling. I'm rolling with my.
I still like see 3 dudes that I'm like I would have took all 3 of these before Han.
No.
I don't know about that. I think Han was.
I see
close.
one. I see one now that I should have took before Han.
I think Han was actually. I think Han was actually picked at the right time. I think
In
the
the third
Hera was the
round?
spicy pick.
No, I think
No, I
I
think-
think Spectres could be decent.
All
The
right.
Spectres, no, you get them set up.
If you get them set up, they're hard to deal with.
You get them set up. They're
Big
good.
if.
Yeah. It is a
Yeah, it's
huge
3
if.
games.
That's a big if.
And I'm just gonna take
We'll
in
get there.
the super
ahead,
laser
Jackie.
blast that just the boardwalk.
Dead.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Dalton.
Okay. I
Round
think
4. Last pick in round 4.
I think here I got to go with probably my original guy who I mainly played with before we saw the whole set.
Already had it wrote down
Yeah.
before you even.
Gotta go with
even
Tarkin.
started talking.
The Grand Moff himself.
Yeah, I should have took Tarkin
Yeah.
instead of Han.
Yeah, I mean, comes out on 5, but you're in green, so realistically, he's
Yes.
coming out a turn
Turn 3,
early.
possibly.
Yeah, and he's a 2/7.
Return 4. Yep.
He's a pretty big boy, and he's gonna beef up all your Imperial units. And right now there are a lot of good Imperial units, so I think-
they're all good.
yeah. So I think he's a solid
There really
pick.
isn't a
No,
good Imperial.
Yeah.
all pretty solid.
Yeah, especially you can throw in
I think
your
I like him better than Palpatine, to be honest.
maybe.
Well, now that's a bold claim.
I just hate Palpatine.
Maybe. You do hate
Palpatine. I already know that Palpatine's going to be like the best card in the meta when this game comes out. Everybody's gonna, and I'm just going to be salty as I'll be over here playing my Spectres, trying to have a good time, and they'll be comboing off, getting Palpatine out turn 4, and I'll be mad about it. But it is
Yeah,
what it is.
I think Tarkin's just a solid card. I'm a
That's a
huge fan of double green,
I like
though,
Tarkin.
so you can ramp
One of my
even
favorite.
more.
One of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
Yeah. All right, and then
All right.
what we got?
You got the
Round
first
5.
Round 5. We're getting
Okay.
now we're getting to the nitty gritty right
I'm still in between two, kind of, but I think I'm gonna go with the one that I think has the more potential. They just ain't found it yet. So I'm gonna go with the Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yep.
I think somebody could like crack the code and he could be
Too many words.
tier 1.
Here's my thinking with Thrawn. I think so. Like we have some data from the TTS leagues and stuff going on. Thrawn's not seen anything. Here's the reason why I think that is. Who in the world wants to go through the mess of looking at the top card of anyone's deck on TTS?
You have to
real.
be. This is
That's-
one of those
that's
decks where it's going to be
real.
hard to pilot, but I feel like if you can master
But
it,
once you do, yeah,
you're going to be solid.
and he is in a great color.
Yeah,
He is in a great color.
yeah. Probably
So,
play him with green,
like-
just because green villains amazing.
But
Man, it's just so many.
but trying to
words.
flip the top deck off of TTS,
That's unreal.
it's so tedious. Whereas in IRL gameplay, like you're just like, oh, okay.
Is there less words when he flips to his unit?
No, not really.
No, it's basically the same.
Is it more
Same
words?
ability.
It's pretty much the
Same
same.
ability.
I mean, it's running out of space on the deck builder, boys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I mean, more words makes it a better card. So you know.
There's less words when he flips. So
I mean,
that's-
have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? That's how it works.
Yeah,
The
more words
the better.
equals better. So yeah, I
I
mean,
want him to be good.
you can exhaust
Did you
units.
see it?
So
His full art or his hyper foil or whatever it's
the
called
showcase,
His showcase is really cool
yeah,
looking.
where it's like in the Rebels art style
And
more.
Ezra's in it. Man,
Yeah,
man,
yeah. Like I said, I think
man.
he has potentially. I think he might have the most potential when you consider like player skill.
Yes,
So yeah, that's
I agree.
That's my pick.
All right. So now it's
Hold
back
on,
to
no,
me.
it's back to me. Oh
No,
wait,
it's
it ain't.
Noah.
My apologies. My apologies.
How
many do we have left? One, two. Oh, we've still got a few.
we got 5.
Yeah, we got 5 left.
I know who I'd take here, but
I think
I don't think he's gonna take them though.
I'm gonna take Krennic.
Okay, that's who I. Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Krennic. Krennic, because like Krennic was kind of like the 1.0 version of Iden, of like I'm just gonna stay alive and I'm in blue black, and so he's still pretty solid.
I think
He's a
that's the
solid
right
character.
pick there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a solid character.
he is a solid character.
Yeah.
But, like, there's nothing much else to say except he's just kind of
He's pretty
He's just-
solid.
a guy being.
What
a
does the
dude.
flip do? What does the flip on Krennic do?
So he has
Restore two.
restore.
Yeah, I like that.
Each of your friendly
He's got, like,
damage units get +1/+0.
It's not. He's not
No,
bad.
he's not. And the Death Troopers and the Scout Box. I think.
Scoutback has grit. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
it's a 1/4 for 2 with grit.
Yeah, so then it's just automatic another +1. So
Yeah. And then you put the Death Troopers. They're 3/3s for 3 that deal 2 to one of your units and 2 to one of your opponent's units. So you get your grit going with that.
like the Iden comparison is like, okay, what do I want to do while I'm hitting a lot of things? Do I want to heal and stay alive, or do I want to deal and just go ahead and just finish the game? Because Iden's gonna keep you around, whereas Krennic is like, okay, he can keep you around with his restore too, but everything's gonna get like a little buff while they're attacking and staying on the board. So he's just solid.
Solid.
Yeah.
To get him in the 5th round was actually pretty good because
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
he'd go
he's a
early.
solid pick.
he's better than Han.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'd say
I-
yes.
The Han slander.
Is
in
he
this
better than
podcast
Grand
is-
Inquisitor right now?
No.
Probably.
No.
Grand
All
Inquisitor?
right.
He's better than Grand Inquisitor.
All right, let's get her going here for my final 2 picks. Man. All right. I think I'm gonna take Cassian with my 5th round pick. I actually like Cassian, kinda. I think he's gonna be like my casual deck that I just play to have fun with.
I mean,
Just
I
so-
think he's got potential down the road because, like, if you're able to hit the base consistently, drawing a card is good.
Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah. Which I've built a couple of Cassian decks, and like, you do draw quite a bit of cards with his ability. I despise paying 1 for it, but I think that's what the biggest drawback for if it was
And
not if I didn't have to pay, if you didn't have to pay 1 for it, it would be a
Oh,
significantly
it would
better
be
card.
he
Yeah.
would be better than Sabine.
He's actually better after you flip him and he dies as a unit and comes back as a leader in the late game. He is better than the beginning of the game. That's his downfall. Like when you have resources to spend on the card draw, you got 6 or 8 resources out, somewhere around there, and you can right off the rip.
Because
off
Red
the rip.
Hero is also playing like a bunch of lower cost characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like right off the rip, attack, and then you pay the 1 resource to draw the extra card. So I like Cassian. Like I said, he's probably going to be my my have a good time character. And then with my last one, I'm going to take. Give me IG-88.
Wow. Wow.
I like that.
Okay.
Dex.
I think that is the most wrong answer of the night.
I mean, it's round 6.
Yeah, you had 2 better picks than IG-88.
I don't think we even have to talk about that pick. I
No.
think we all just
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah.
I'm
What?
taking Chewbacca.
Okay, yep. And I'll take
I'm like
Jyn Erso.
giving because and here's the thing, is
Huey, and then Dalton gets Jen.
basically after hearing kind of like at the community event, like they all opened up a booster box and played some sealed. Like a bunch of them were actually talking like, oh, Chewie's actually like kind of decent.
In seals,
Well, I can
probably.
tell you
Yeah,
who-
but not in
He's
constructed.
not actually as bad.
I can tell you who didn't win this draft. That's me. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like my fantasy football drafts. They fall off after the first round.
You fell off 2nd round with your...
No, Auden was a good pick. I'll stand.
Oh
by
yeah, 3rd round's when you fell off.
Man. All right, so here's the draft boards. Noah took Chewie with his 6th round, and then Jen fell into Dalton. Mr. Irrelevant, or Mrs. Irrelevant, I should say.
Still better than
is Jen
IG-88.
Erso. No, I would not let IG-88 become... I mean, he's decent. He flips for 5. You get to use his action for free. Have fun paying 1 for Palp's action. I'll use IG-88 for free, nerd. Anyway, all right. I will not
Okay,
stand
what is
the
this
IG-88
slander?
slander or the Han slander in this podcast tonight.
Hey, no,
here's the-
I think we all agree Han is fine.
He went
He
too
went
early. Yeah, he went too early.
But look at who you all picked after Hera in the 4th round. You picked Tarkin. I would take Hera after Tarkin, or I'd pick Hera before Tarkin, and then Noah took the Grand Inquisitor. I would also take Hera over the Grand Inquisitor. So I'll stand by Hera as well.
I'm more okay with the Hera pick than I am the Han pick.
Anyway, all right. Let's not. Okay, we'll let
Oh, Han's like a solid B tier.
Okay. I agree. That's why I drafted him in the 3rd round.
Hera's like C.
Okay, well then that lines up perfectly with my draft. All right, let's go over the draft.
But the
here. Dalton
IG-88 pick
has
was
selected.
also wild.
Would you let me go after
Okay,
the draft?
okay,
please?
yeah.
Dalton. Dalton's picks are Boba Fett, Palpatine, Chirrut, Tarkin, Thrawn, and Jyn Erso. Noah selected Sabine, Luke, Vader, the Grand Inquisitor, and Krennic.
And
I
Chewbacca.
selected
And Chewbacca.
and Chewbacca. Sorry. I selected Leia, Iden, Han Solo, Hera, Cassian, IG-88.
Yeah, I think we got an
I just-
outlier in this draft. Like, Doug.
I like my board. I'll stand by it.
And on
Like-
our next episode,
Okay.
we're all gonna build these decks and try
Yeah.
it out.
No, we're not. No. I'm not going to take the time to build a Cassian deck. All right. So, I will post these to our Twitter tomorrow, probably around noon. Hopefully, the podcast will be up by then, Monday, February 19th. And then we'll let Twitter decide, and we'll regroup next week, and we'll just see who had the best draft. It's definitely not me. But if you want a good podcast next week, you better vote for me. All right. So, now that we've drafted the leaders, we're gonna take some time at the end here just to talk about the Twin Suns. I think we need to dedicate an entire episode later on down the line to Twin Suns, but let's just give our general thoughts on the Twin Suns
Yeah.
format that was released.
So with the community event, first of all, I was like, expecting the first 30 minutes to an hour just being like introductions as to here's who these developers are, here's how much time we spent on the game, here's kind of the roadmap again, here's everything that's going on that we already knew. Instead, in the first 5 minutes, they went, hey guys,
No format.
Here's a new for it.
Twin Suns format.
Yeah, I've never been
Yeah.
more jealous of a group of people in my entire life.
I was
Yeah.
like,
I would like to put that out there.
I was like, I need to go home right now because it was a Saturday, and I was like, I need to go home and watch this right now. And was pleasantly surprised about what the format is looking like.
Right.
So just before we start really talking about it, one of my main issues with Destiny, and I think we all had an issue with it, is there was only one way to play it, and it was just straight up like the standard format, and that was it. It was hard to draft. Draft was really clunky, and sealed, and there was not really a great multiplayer format. Whereas with this is feeling like, like
It looks like
everybody
a
likes
blast.
everybody likes Magic because you get the best of everything. You have a competitive format, you have your fun format in Commander, and you also have your fun format in Draft. And I feel like with this game we're getting it all. So that's just a little tangent about why I'm like even more excited about this game now, is because now if there's some downtime for us, we don't have any tournaments around, instead of having to pick up a new card game, we could just play this format and have a great time with building whatever jank deck we want to.
Can I have a bad opinion real quick?
Go for it.
Is it too soon to be releasing a thing such as this before the game comes out?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
You
With
don't
the
think they should
popularity of
just stick with
Commander, no.
And
This
here's
is a completely
I was
different
gonna say,
game. I don't know. I agree. It looks fun.
This is built for
We're gonna play it. It's gonna be fun. I'm just worried that let's not. I don't know. It just makes me nervous. I just feel like it's a little too soon. I'm glad they're doing it. I think it
Well,
looks cool. I just hope that they don't. Like, I hope in the next set, like, we don't get like 20 cards dedicated just for Twin Suns. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
Like
think
they're
we will.
taking that.
No,
much
they
from the
just
original
have-
game. That would be
they're-
my only worry.
They are creating cards with Twin Suns in mind, though, of each opponent or each
Right.
player, or
Yeah.
pick the players, or
Like, yeah.
yeah.
Like Yoda.
So it's not like
the
they're
Yoda card that
dedicating
we
it.
saw.
That's
Yeah.
true too. I guess they're
It's-
already making stuff here.
It's
I don't
more
want it
of
to take
making
away from the
sure-
bread and butter. Let's stick to the Green Bay Power Sweep. Let's get this game rolling. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's the only thing that made me nervous about it. When I read up on it and I watched gameplay of it, it looks awesome.
It looks
Like
really
I
fun.
love the idea. I watched some guys playing it where they I think they was playing I think it was Hera and somebody else. I think it was Hera Han actually, and the goal of it
Think
was
so.
to like it was Sabine Han, and the goal was to
Goal
get
there.
Sabine
Turn one.
to flip her turn one, and
Yeah.
he did it, and then like he didn't do anything. I think they killed him like two
Yeah.
turns later, but it's just like stuff like that is I really enjoy that. So that was my only thing. That was my only bad opinion, but you all quelled it, so I'm good. Bring it
Well,
on.
I was about to say, like, we are a part of, not, I don't think the minority would be the right word, but we're like a subgroup of like competitive players, whereas a majority of these people are going to want to pick up this game, play with their favorite heroes, put them together in a deck, and just have fun.
We're
That's
trying
what
to be
I'm
the very best, like no one ever was.
That's
Yeah.
right.
In this format, like you can play your Han and Chewie deck, you can play your Jin and Cassian deck, you can play your Vader
Boring.
Palpatine.
We want Vader, Jyn Erso.
You can't do
Something
that.
wild like that. You can't.
No,
You can't do hero villain.
no.
Boo. I
No,
guess
it's
that
just the
makes
cards
sense.
you put in
That
your
makes-
deck where
yeah.
you could do
I
that.
guess that makes
aspect.
sense. I guess it makes sense. So you have to have a hero or villainy, and then so it's a 3-color. Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Technically, you can make it 4
Yeah.
With
because
the-
you have
with
you
the
have
base,
hero or villainy, you have a
with the
base,
base.
and then you could have 2 different color leaders.
Or you could
Makes
make
sense.
it only 2
That's
and,
where I
you know,
got the
run
4-color.
triple
That's
green.
where I was getting the 4-color. That was where I was getting. That is a play right there. That is a play.
Wait till we get our triple green aspect card. This is called like bigger command or
You
something.
think they'll make
know?
triple? You think they'll make
The,
triple green?
okay, the only way they would is with literally twin sons in mind.
Yeah.
Like they would have to make.
See, that's
like,
what I was kind
like
of
commander decks.
Yeah, they would have to make
decks,
commander
Where the
decks.
only way you're getting that card is in those commander type
Right.
decks.
Yeah.
Those twin sun decks. There
But
you go.
make them available in standard because they might be spicy.
You just had to
paying
pay the 2
every
extra.
single time.
I mean, hey,
I mean, I
some
guarantee
cards are
you
still
people
worth
will
it.
be playing. I guarantee you people will be playing command and whatever the yellow one is. I've completely lost my mind. Cunning. I guarantee you those cards will be in decks that people are playing extra for. Guarantee it. But anyway, that was just our general thoughts tonight. The plans for next week's episode is we're going to go into the cards a little bit more in depth. We're going to pick out some of our favorite cards. We're going to preview the pre-release weekend and go into stuff like that. So does anybody else have anything before we wrap up this episode for tonight?
Just
think
I'm
we're
ready
good.
to play.
We could do it like a.
It's felt like forever. I looked it up on Twitter the other night of when did that account get made, just to see how long we've been waiting, and it was May of last year.
Has it really been that
It
long?
was May of last year,
Well, I mean, Gen Con was August.
and
guess.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's
and
when we
we went from May of last year to where we're less
I guess
than
we
2
haven't
weeks
done a
away.
podcast since August, so
Yeah, it's been.
Gen Con review. Good time.
Yeah,
Had a great
but
time.
anyway, but like I said, next week we're going to preview some of the cards. The poll will be on Twitter. I'll put the link in the description once we upload this. And thanks everybody for listening, and have a great time.
bye.